Your Social Security check this month, whatever that number was, it was not enough. Not by $100, not by $200, by half. The medical bill, the credit card payment, the property tax that went up again, none of those numbers move. The financial advisor told you to tighten your belt, to downsize, to wait. He never mentioned what an Amish grandmother in Lancaster County does every morning at her kitchen table. She is 78 years old. She has never owned a computer. She does not have a brokerage account, and she makes $900 a week, sitting in a wooden chair with a $40 tool in her hand and a skill her great-grandmother taught her at 14. That skill has a name: chair caning, hand weaving the seat of a wooden chair through 80 drilled holes with a strand of rattan palm bark. The English forgot it. The Amish never did. They kept it the same way they kept everything else: quiet, in their kitchens, out of sight of the modern economy that decided trades like this were beneath modern people. And right now across the United States, there are antique chairs sitting in attics, garages, basements, and dining rooms, waiting for someone who knows how to fix them. Most have been waiting 20 years. The wait list at any professional caner is 3 to 6 months. There are only a few hundred working caners left in the entire country. 330 million Americans, a few hundred people who still know how to do this. Welcome to the Survival Research. If you're over 60 and watching this, hit subscribe and the bell. This is where we find what the financial industry buried so they could sell you something else instead. Now back to what your retirement plan cannot replace. A professional chair caner charges $2 per drilled hole. Some charge $3, some charge $4. An average wooden dining chair has 80 holes around the seat frame. Do the math. That is $160 to $320 per chair, plus materials, billed separately. Some chairs have 120 holes and run higher. A Larkin soap rocker can bring $400. 3 chairs a week is your $900. 4 chairs a week is $1,200. 5 chairs a week is $1,500. All done sitting at a table. No lifting, no bending, no standing for hours, no phone calls, no emails. This is not theory. This is the published rate sheet from the Seat Weavers Guild, the trade group for chair caners in the United States. $2 per hole is their standard guideline. They have published it for over 30 years. East Coast caners charge $3. Antique restoration specialists in New England charge $4. Hayloft Studio in upstate New York charges $2.25 per hole plus $40 for materials. The numbers are below market in most of the country. And here is what the financial planning industry does not want a senior on fixed income to hear. If you learn this trade, you stop needing their products. You stop calling them when the property tax bill comes. Stop right here for a moment. There are 3 things I cannot show you in this video. They are too detailed. They take too long. And they are the entire difference between making $900 a week and making nothing. First, the complete supplier list for cane material below wholesale prices. The same suppliers the Amish use in Pennsylvania and Ohio. Buying retail at a craft store costs $40 per chair. Buying from these suppliers cuts that to $12 per chair. Second, the exact pricing formula. How to charge $300 per chair in any market, including small towns and rural areas where you think nobody will pay. The pricing script that works in Boston, Tulsa, or anywhere in between. Third, the customer pipeline. How to get 4 chairs a week without spending a single dollar on advertising. Where antique dealers refer customers from. The Facebook Marketplace listings that bring chairs straight to your door. It is all in the suppressed file, step by step. With the supplier phone numbers. With the pricing script word for word. With the exact post you put on your local board to get the first 3 customers in week 1. Scan the QR code on your screen. Or hit the first link in the description and get it now. Let me keep going. Now let me show you what this skill actually looks like so you know it is real. The chair sits upside down on a table. 80 holes drilled around the seat frame, 3/8 of an inch apart. You take a strand of rattan cane soaked in lukewarm water for 15 minutes until it is pliable and thread it through the first hole, from back to front, then from front to back. You secure each strand with a small wooden peg. The motion is the same one your grandmother used when she shelled peas at the kitchen table. Still watching? Then you already know what the retirement industry has been doing to you. They have been telling you to sell your house, to downsize, to live on what is left, to accept that your useful working years are over at 65. The Amish never accepted that. Their grandmothers worked at a kitchen table until their hands gave out, not in a factory, not for someone else, doing something the market needed. That is what is in the file the retirement industry hates. Scan the QR code on your screen or hit the first link in the description and get it now. Now let me finish showing you how this works. Cane comes from rattan palm, only the outer bark is used. The inner pith is called reed and goes into baskets. The Amish source theirs from H. Perkins in Connecticut, the same supplier they have used for 40 years. A single coil weaves 3 chairs. The first row of cane runs vertical, front of the seat to back. The second runs horizontal, left to right. The third runs diagonal. The fourth runs diagonal in the opposite direction. The fifth and sixth lock the corners. 6 layers in total. This is called the 6-way pattern. The Amish learned it from German settlers in Pennsylvania in the 1700s. The settlers learned it from French chair makers in the 1600s. The pattern has not changed in 300 years because it does not need to. Once the weave is finished, you trim the ends underneath the seat, set the pegs permanently with a drop of glue, and the chair is done. It will last 40 years. Some original Amish cane seats from the 1920s are still in use today in Pennsylvania farmhouses. Now let me tell you the math on materials and time. 1 coil of medium binder cane from H. Perkins or Frank's Cane and Rush Supply. $12. Hardwood pegs and a wooden handled awl. Under $50 total for the starter kit. After the first chair, your material cost per chair drops to $14. Time per chair when you are first learning. Your first chair will take 12 hours, spread across 3 or 4 days. Your third chair will take 8. By the 10th chair, you will be at 6 hours. By the 20th, 4 to 5. A senior working 20 hours a week, broken into 2-hour sessions across 5 days, can finish 4 chairs. At an average rate of $225 per chair, that is $900 a week. Materials cost $56 total. Net income, $844 a week, $43,000 a year. Working from a kitchen table, without leaving the house, without a boss, without a license, and the customers find you, not the other way around. That is the part that makes this different from every other side income idea you have heard. Here is why. Every old house in the United States has at least 1 cane chair. Most have several. The chair belonged to a parent, a grandparent, a great-grandparent. It was passed down. The cane wore out 20 years ago. The owner did not throw the chair away. They could not. Their mother sat in it. Their father carved their name in the leg. They stored it in an attic or garage. They want it fixed. They have tried to find someone. They cannot. The Silver River Center for Chair Caning in Asheville is one of the few schools left teaching this trade. They have stated publicly that chair caning is trending. Demand has tripled over the past decade, and there are only a few hundred working professional caners in the entire country. 330 million Americans, a few hundred caners. The math is on your side in a way the math has not been on a senior's side in 50 years. Every antique store owner knows 3 customers right now who need a chair fixed. Every estate sale features at least 2 chairs with damaged cane. Every Facebook marketplace in every county has antique chairs listed cheap because the cane is gone and the seller does not know what to do with them. You can buy those chairs for $30, recane them for $10 in materials, and resell them for $300 to $400. That is a second revenue stream on top of the caning work. The Amish do this in their barns. They call it picking. Here's what a typical week looks like once you have the skill. Monday morning, you pick up 2 chairs from the front porch. A neighbor dropped them off Sunday night with a note. You weigh them in your head. 80 holes each, 6 hours each, $200 each. Tuesday and Wednesday, you cane chair 1. 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours after lunch. Thursday, you start chair 2. The customer picks up chair 1 Friday, pays cash. 3 more chairs come in over the weekend from a referral. You learn the skill. You post one hand-painted sign in your yard, the same way the Amish do on the back roads of Lancaster County. Just 2 words, chair caning, with your phone number underneath. The chairs come to you. You will not advertise online. You will not chase customers. They will drive to your house and leave the chair on your porch with a note pinned to it. This works in cities. This works in suburbs. This works in small towns. The smaller the town, the less competition. The bigger the antique store district, the more referrals. Some chairs are worth more than others. A Hitchcock chair from the 1800s with stencil decoration can be a $400 caning job because the customer wants it perfect. A Larkin soap rocker with a damaged seat can be charged $400. A Shaker side chair with rush instead of cane runs $350. You will learn to recognize these chairs within the first month. The wood tells you. The joinery tells you. The patina tells you. After 50 chairs, you will see one across the room and know what it is worth. Now let me be honest about what this is and what it is not. This is not get rich quick. The first month you will not make $900 a week. You will be learning. The first 3 chairs will take you 10 to 12 hours each. You will make mistakes. You will undo work. You will redo it. By the second month, you will be faster. The pattern starts to live in your hands. By the third month, you will be doing 4 chairs a week consistently. That is when the $900 starts coming in steady. This is not passive income. You have to actually sit down and weave 3 to 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. If you watch television all day, you will not make this money. If you sit at the table and work, you will. And this is not the right work for every chair you find. Some antique chairs have damaged wooden frames that need a furniture specialist before any cane work can begin. You can charge separately for frame repair or refer those customers out and just do the weaving. But for the basic skill, the basic chair, the basic materials, this is real. It has been real for 300 years. It will be real for another 300. The Amish kept it alive because they did not let their grandparents stop working at 65. The English buried it because they decided seniors were supposed to retire and disappear into a Florida condominium. Your grandparents would have known how to do this. Their grandparents did know. Somewhere in the last 70 years, the trade got lost in your family. Not because it was hard, not because it was obsolete, not because there was no demand, because school stopped teaching trades, because the financial industry started selling retirement products instead, because someone decided that working with your hands at 70 was beneath the dignity of a modern American. The retirement product industry generates over $40 billion a year. The chair caning industry generates almost nothing in product sales because there's nothing to sell. Just a $40 awl, a coil of cane, and a skill that takes patience. That is why this stayed buried. Not because it does not work, because there is no margin in teaching it. No company can patent the six-way pattern. No subscription service can be built around a wooden peg. You already spent 20 minutes watching this. That tells me the number on your Social Security check is not enough. That tells me you're tired of waiting for the next government adjustment that will not even cover your gas bill. You have two choices. You can keep waiting for the system to fix itself. You can keep watching your savings shrink. You can keep telling yourself that your useful years are behind you. Or you can pick up the same awl an Amish grandmother in Lancaster County is holding right now, learn what her great-grandmother learned, and make $900 a week at a kitchen table for the rest of your life. If this video helped you, drop a comment below telling me where you are watching from. I read every comment from this audience. Tell me if you have ever tried a hand trade before, and if there is a particular kind of chair you already have at home that needs work. And if you want the 3 things I could not fit in this video: the supplier list with phone numbers, the pricing formula for any market, the customer pipeline that requires 0 advertising, the link is in the description. The QR code is on your screen. The file is ready right now. And subscribe to the Survival Research. Because the financial industry has buried more than just this trade. There are 7 more skills they hope you never find, and each one is a video I am working on right now. The chair caning trade did not die. They just stopped teaching it. The Amish kept the awl in their hands. The English put it in a museum. Now you know which side of that line you want to be on. The skill is yours when you are ready to pick it up. $40 of tools, a coil of cane, a kitchen table, and 1 hand-painted sign in the yard. That is the whole business. That is the whole trade. The Amish grandmother in Lancaster County has known it her entire adult life. Now you have heard it too.